Hey folks, Tom here. In this video I'm just going to show you basic bass technique, which is going to show you how to pluck the notes on your bass, how to properly fret the notes on your bass. We're also going to look at one finger per fret, which is a technique of using the correct fingers on your bass when you're fretting notes. I'm also going to look at the floating thumb technique, which is something you do with your right hand to move your thumb up and down as you're plucking the notes, okay? I think this video is really going to help you out, and it's really important to play with proper technique when you play. You're going to lower the risk of injury to your hands, and it's also going to be much more comfortable for you. You'll be able to play bass longer without your hands hurting, and it's just really good to play properly. So let's get going with the video. Okay, so in this section we're going to look at plucking and really focusing on walking the fingers on your plucking hand, which is normally your right hand if you're right-handed. And we're going to look at the floating thumb technique, which basically means that rather than leaving our thumb on the pickup and playing like this with our thumb staying on the pickup, we're going to actually move the thumb as we move up and down the strings, okay? This might take a bit of getting used to if you've got the habit of currently keeping your thumb on the pickup when you play. But if you're just starting out, this is a great way to get into a good habit straight off. And if you've already been playing for a while and you find it comfortable leaving your thumb on the pickup, you can do it that way if you like. But today I'm just going to talk you through the floating thumb technique, okay? So the way it works is that when you're playing the notes on the E string, the thickest string, we're going to leave our thumb on the pickup, or if you haven't got a pickup, you can just rest it against the body or just leave your thumb kind of in the area where the pickup would be. So when we play notes on the E string, that's where our thumb's going to be. Okay, I'm just going to lay my hand across the fretboard just to mute the strings for now, but just to give you an idea of how this works. So you need to walk your fingers alternately, so you're going left, right, left, right, left, right as much as possible. And so we're going to start off just walking the fingers on the E string, leaving our thumb on the pickup, with the strings muted with our left hand just by laying them over, so you're not going to get any sound from this. Okay? Left, right, left, right, left, right. And the way to do this is, you don't want to actually pull your finger through the string as such when you're plucking. You want to kind of almost stroke your finger, like the pad of your finger, this bit here. You want to actually kind of stroke the top of the string as you play. So it's like that, okay? And then when we move down to playing notes on the A string, the next string down, the second thickest string, we're going to take our thumb, we're going to move it from the pickup down to rest on the E string while we play the notes on the A string, okay? Hopefully you can see this. And then we play notes on the D string, which is the next string down. We're going to move our thumb down to rest on the A string. And when we play notes on the G string, the smallest string, we're going to rest our thumb on the string above again, this time being the D string. Okay, so for now, just play 4 times on each string, moving up and down. So just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then move your thumb to rest on the E string and 4 on the A. 2, 3, 4. Thumb on the D string, A string, and play the D. And then move your thumb down again and play the G string. Okay, so it's like this. 2, 3, 4. And then go back up if you want, so 4 on the bottom string. And as you move back up, your thumb should be moving to the string above. When you get to the E string, back on the pickup. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. I'm hoping you can see. If you just watch my thumb, okay, it's moving down with the strings I'm playing, okay? So hopefully that gives you an idea of the floating thumb technique. And I'm now going to go on to showing you more about fretting, okay? Okay, so we've looked at plucking the strings, and it's a really good idea for you to just spend a few minutes laying your hands over the frets, so you're muting the strings, and just practice playing 4 notes on each, moving up and down, okay? Just to work on alternating your fingers and getting used to just plucking the strings, and also getting used to moving your thumb up and down leaving on the string above the one you're playing, okay? once you've kind of got that down, we're going to start incorporating fretting notes as well, okay? So you want to make sure that when you fret the notes, you're playing just behind the fret wire, okay? You've got the actual wires, these are the frets. And you want to make sure that you don't play on top of the fret wire or in the middle of the fretboard. You want to play right behind the wire, okay? You want to make sure that you play with the tip of your finger, but not the very tip where your fingernail is on the very top. You want to play at the pad part of the top of your finger. You want to play with the top of the pad, okay? I'm just going to look at a simple exercise here of basically playing chromatically, which just means just going up the fretboard one note at a time. Okay, we're going to start on the 9th fret of the thick E string, so on the top string. Okay, on the low E string we're going to play 9, 10, 11, 12, and we're going to play that on all of the strings. Okay, so we're just going. Okay, so you're just playing one. You're also playing, make sure that you play one finger per fret. If you're not familiar with what that means, basically your fingers are numbered. Your index finger is 1, middle finger is 2, ring finger is 3, and your little finger is 4. And you want to try and play basically, so if you're playing in this position that we are now between 9 and 12, that's fret numbers. You need to, all the notes in the 9th fret, you play with your index finger. All the notes in the 10th fret, you play with your middle finger. All the notes in the 11th fret, you play with your ring finger. All the notes in the 12th fret, you play with your little finger. So you're basically, each time you're moving down a fret, you're moving down a finger as well, okay? And that's what one finger per fret means, okay? So just take this nice and slowly, and you want to make sure that you're alternating your fingers as much as possible. And as we move down the string, we're muting and moving the thumb, muting the string above, okay? Just take it nice and slowly, and just have a go at playing that. For now, don't worry about playing with a drum beat. That's something that you should do, but just if you're just starting out, just take it really slowly and just play at your own pace. And it's more important to get it right than to play in time at this point, okay? So you just want to really work on your technique and really focus on walking those fingers and then fretting the notes properly behind the fret wire and making sure you're not getting any fret buzz. If you're getting a buzz at all, you need to start the exercise again and just take it slowly and really take it one note at a time and try and get rid of any fret buzz you have, okay? So I'm just going to play through the simple exercise again for you and just watch how my thumb moves, my fingers alternate, and how I'm using one finger per fret, okay? So here we go. You go back down. Okay. Okay, so you should now have a good idea of how to pluck and fret notes, and it's a really good idea just to pick up your bass and spend a few minutes practicing the plucking and moving your thumb, the floating thumb that we looked at. And to start with, just lay your hand across the frets just to mute the strings. And then once you're comfortable with the plucking and the moving your thumb, then you can start fretting notes with your left hand. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.